Hey guys!
Alright guys, we're here today to do a Patreon request from this patron right here, asking us to check out a band from, I believe it's Finland. I mean, I didn't check on Metal Encyclopedia,
but I feel like it's safe to
I
say.
feel like I'm 99.9% sure these guys are from Finland, the land of snow and sorrow. What I was going to say, we've never done this band on the channel, alright? And I feel on our quest to cover every single band from Finland, which I think would take us until the end of time. I mean, there's more bands than I was going to say there's more bands than people, but that's not possible. But there's definitely more bands than...
Well, you never know. Multiple people could have different bands.
That's true too. Plus they could have foreigners in the bands, so that you could have more bands than actual citizens.
Yeah.
And yeah, so if you count that people are in multiple bands, which that's definitely that's a fact.
I mean, Solo's in like 6.
Exactly. So like he really balances things out.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, so there's more bands than people. Than citizens. Let's go with that. So this band we've never done on the channel before. I believe the name of the band is Kaunis. I'm gonna go with Kaunis Kuolematon. Kaunis Kuolematon. I'm gonna go with that. I don't know if that's correct, but I'm.
You're lucky there's no dots.
I know, but there's dots in the name. Do you see how many dots are in those A's?
I don't have good vision.
Oh.
I see the N, Ole, and then, I don't know, it would say...
You need glasses?
Mitään, huh? No, I don't need glasses, I'm just can't
the
see.
letters are really tiny.
The letters are really, especially the dots.
Okay, so I think it's N, Ole, Mitään. Mitään. I think you have to press on the A's there. There's 2 A's with lots of dots, so N, Ole, Mitään. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. All right, don't ask me to pronounce the name of the band or the song again because I'm not doing it. I mean, this is difficult, very difficult. All right. Anyways, you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Wow. Can I start?
Yeah.
Before we talk about the music, this video teaches us a few lessons. One, you should always take your shoes when you walk inside a house. That's one of the things we see in this video. He's taking off his boots. Having said that, you should have a little tray to put the boots in so also, the snow is not falling all over the place. Yeah, the snow is
all over the place.
Yeah, here in our house, we have like mats in the wintertime at the front where when people come in, they can take their shoes, place it there. So you're not leaving your boots falling all over the place with water and melting snow. So that's one of the first things that the video teaches. The second thing is, it doesn't matter where you live in the world, Canada Goose jackets is the best way to keep warm.
Is that
That's what he was wearing.
True.
He was wearing a Canada Goose jacket.
But
well, they're expensive as hell. But
we're covering. Okay.
No, I'm just saying. Like these are the lessons that I'm going in chronological order as far as lessons learned from this video.
You're going
first
was
the shoes.
Most important.
No, I'm not going most. I'm going chronologic in terms of how they showed up on the video. So first, the shoes. Second, it doesn't matter where you live. If you can afford a Canada Goose jacket, best way to keep warm in the winter. That's the second. Third is you have a drinking problem if you fall asleep with a bottle in your mouth. Like, I mean, I think that's a fair thing to say. I'm not saying if you go home with a pack of beers, a 6-pack, and you drink them all, you have a drinking problem. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying if you drink to the point where you fall asleep in the sofa with a drink in your hand and your little daughter is the one that has to cover you and remove your drink, at that point, perhaps it's time to seek some professional help. You have a problem.
Yeah.
All right? Then, last but not least, when crossing an icy road, you should always look both ways.
Exactly.
I mean, crossing any road for that matter, you should look both ways, but never assume that drivers in the winter have winter tires. So their braking capabilities may be deflated. They may not have the same response time that you were expecting. So always look both ways and do not wear white jackets in the winter time. Because then you blend in with the snow.
Well, she was wearing a white jacket.
I know, but this is my own added advice. Because unless you're like a Russian sniper or any sniper or a Finnish sniper or any sniper of any kind that you want to blend in with your environment, do not wear white clothing when you go out for a stroll and on a snowy day. It's not good. You know, the same way I would not dress myself as a deer and walk into the savannah. Where the lions are and whatever, because then they will. I mean, probably they would look at me as food anyways, regardless.
Yeah.
But I think you're pushing your probabilities to a higher degree if you look like a deer. I'm just saying that. Or going into the woods in Canada during hunting season with tusks or things on my head that make me look like a deer. All right. Now I think I've covered all bases. Now I think I've covered everything that this video had to show us. Now we can talk about the music. What did you think?
The song was so it had the video itself was so sad.
Yes, and but the music matched the eeriness.
The music was the perfect soundtrack to the video.
Mm-hmm.
The perfect soundtrack, because I don't know what there's obviously we don't know what they're saying.
We can only imagine it has something to do with the video.
See, and I'm like the sad stuff's happening, and then she gets hit by the car, and then more of the harsh vocals come out because
it's almost like the pain and suffering that's coming out of the father, perhaps guilt as well from drinking and not being there for her, and then
the clean vocal parts. The more
it's more haunting. The clean vocals, I found the clean vocals way more haunting.
I was gonna say folk, but folk metal.
Okay, perfect. Don't say anything. Let me say this. When the song started, it almost felt like a folk song, almost like something out of Korpiklaani. Not as lively, not as upbeat, not as joyful.
It was more like what was the Korpiklaani song where it's the sad?
Oh, the one where he's like, the one where he's drowning or something in the water. That I said that should have been a duet.
See,
yeah, something like that. Okay.
It kind of had that kind of feeling to it that it was a sad folk kind of song. Then it hits you with the harsh vocals, and I'm like, it has two sides to it, and then it goes back to the nice clean vocals, which both parts of the song were really, really good, especially because both of them were so haunting and went with the
eerie.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll give you this take. For me, when the song started, I thought, wow, this is like a folk band that has like this eerie, dark vibe to it. not a jolly like apple picking folk feel, but it kind of had that dark folkiness to it when it started. So when that started that way,
vocals though, because
mostly coming from the vocals,
because even the like kind of folky riff thing, the folky riff was kind of a little bit uplifting because of the vocals. It was
kind of brought down.
It was brought down.
I felt that way, and I felt, wow, is this going to be the song all the way through, like this kind of like?
Which I actually would have enjoyed.
I wouldn't have minded, like this slow tempo, like slow moving, really dark and somber. I was like, wow, this is a really interesting approach because it feels folky, but it doesn't make me feel good. Like, you know what I mean?
No.
It had like a really weird, eerie, dark feeling to it, but at the same time, it had some folk elements in it.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, what a strange way of approaching this track so far. And I wasn't expecting harsh vocals at all. I thought this is going to be the direction that the song is going to have. I thought it was going to be this kind of dark and somber, folky, underlying folky track for the whole thing.
Which I wouldn't have minded.
I wouldn't have minded. Once the harsh vocals came in, I was like, holy shit, this just this just gone into a whole new level because the song also changed. The melody of the guitar was not folky anymore. It became heavier, and it matched the heaviness that the vocals had. Like, the song just got a little bit even darker, I felt. It got even darker, more almost, not darker, but almost angry. Almost like the first part is almost like the song is divided into two parts. One part is you thinking of things that could have been and how things should have been. And then the second part is the realization that something has happened and you have no control over it, or you fail to have control over it, and it's just all that anger that you have built inside that just coming out. That's almost to me how it felt listening to this song, having that separation of the clean with that folky underline and then the more heavy with the harsh vocals. That's the vibe that I got. I really enjoyed this song.
It was like an emotional roller coaster.
It was, but it was more of a, if you heard, because we don't speak the language, so if we heard this song without the video, I don't think you would have felt that much of an emotional roller coaster to it.
Yeah.
Watching the video, the music becomes the soundtrack of the video, so even though you don't understand what they're saying, you can feel the emotions.
Actually, even though you don't understand what they're saying, watching the video, you have a kind of...
You think you know what they're saying.
Yeah.
You may not know what they're saying, but you feel the emotion of what they're saying, because it's coming through the music into the video in terms of what you're watching. And for any father losing a child, it's something, man, like I cannot bear to even think about it. It's just gut-wrenching. All right, well, that was a great Patreon request, I must say. All right, guys, come back tomorrow. We'll have more videos for you. See you guys.
See ya.